Thanks for checking out Scotty's Hobbies. Today I'm going to be showing you the fix for a no start on this 2007 Infiniti G35. It's actually my neighbor's. She came over and she told me what was going on with her vehicle, said I would help her out. I thought it was the push button no start on the dash. I thought that was giving us a malfunction. I'll explain that in the video coming up. But this is a no start on an Infiniti. This is the problem I found to be at fault, or the part that I found to be at fault. And I'll show you all of that in this video. This is on a ton of vehicles, so this is going to cover more than just this Infiniti. A list of the vehicles, hopefully there'll be one right here, and there should be a list of the vehicles in the description below. While you're watching, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Tell everybody about me. I'll do my best to give you all the info that you need to check this on your vehicle. It's pretty quick. It took me a few hours to get to it, but hopefully I'll save you some time, and this might get your Infiniti or Nissan going too. So let's get going on this video real quick. Thanks for watching. While you're going, like, subscribe, share. Let's get going. Here's the 2007 Infiniti G35 that we are working on, or that I did work on, and found the fix for this no start issue. I'm going to show you what was going on when she was trying to start the vehicle, and I'm sure this is going to apply to many other vehicles, and not just push to start, but the key, or the vehicles that take a key too. This one is a push to start, but I'm sure this is going to affect other vehicles, so make sure you stay tuned, and if it does, comment below, let me know. So getting in the vehicle, she came out, she was running the vehicle to keeping it going, because she doesn't drive it too often, and she noticed she turned it off and it went beep beep, like it was missing the key on the inside, so she thought maybe the key fob battery was bad, so she replaced that, and that's when I was brought into the subject. You can see I started pushing the buttons on the key fob, and I noticed that on the dash her flashers would flash when I would push any buttons on the key fob. So that indicated to me the key fob was sending a signal, or it was seeing a signal. That wasn't the issue to me. So now let's try to start the vehicle. See, my foot's on the brake pedal, like we're just going on a normal trip. Push to start. It's in the on. It says it's on, but nothing is happening. On the dash you have no lights. Your key fob light's on right there. The radio, nothing on the center console, nothing on the dash. There's nothing. The headlights won't come on. I tried to honk the horn. That didn't work. And this was the even weirder part, which made me think it was the button. When you push to turn the vehicle off, nothing was happening. It's stuck in the on position. That is what threw me off. So I got my power probe, test a bunch of things, and this was the last thing. After a few hours tracing signals everywhere, this is where I found the issue. And this right here is called the battery fuse. When you go to the store and buy one, I looked it up online and it was called a fusible link. But I'm using my power probe right here, and you can see we have power and ground on the power probe. When you touch the terminals on this battery fuse, you should get power right here, which will travel to power right to these ones, and it should flow through. So you have power on the power probe, power on that side of that fuse, but here it is ground. We didn't get anything going through. If you're using a test light, you can also test this. You can see I have ground on the engine side and power on the back side of the fuse side of this. That was my indication that this was bad. See the ground? If you had a test light, you could also test this. The horribly corroded fuse comes as a part of the battery fuse. Okay, back in the garage. Now we have this off the car. This is the fusible links. It's called the battery fuse when you ask for it at the parts store. There'll be a link in the description for this. I use my power probe. I love this thing. I'm hooked up into the garage on a battery charger, which isn't the best way to do this, but this is just going to show you what you could do to test it, or what I did in the vehicle too. So you're hooked up to the battery in the vehicle, you're going to get your power and ground, show you that in the video. But let's test it in the garage real quick. This is the power in. I'm just going to apply ground to it. So you can see ground, ground, nothing. See that? Ground, ground, and then nothing. The reason why nothing is getting over there is because the power goes from here through this little fusible link right here, or a fuse right here, and into this power supply, which I believe was the alternator and accessories or whatnot. So what's happening is power's coming in this case ground, traveling to right here, but it's not making it across to the other side. So everything over here is just not working properly on the battery. That's how you know this thing is bad. That is a pretty easy bench test to do on this battery fuse. And make sure you check out my video library. I have a lot of videos on how to test emissions components. So you might find other videos that will be helpful on your next DIY project, or maybe a friend or family member. So make sure you tell everybody about me as well. You can see now that we have the new one on, you have power
and more responsive on my
coming in.
controls.
And power on both sides of these terminals. So everything on, or all these terminals should have power if everything is working properly. So you can see the power's flowing through, everything's working just fine. I didn't want to take the cover off of that fuse, so I just showed you that everything was getting power through. And now when you turn the vehicle on, press on the brake, push to start, everything works just fine. You can see the lights on the dash, everything is back to normal. Prior to this no start, she was having problems with the headlights dimming out, and sometimes the vehicle wouldn't start. If she let it set for a minute, it would turn on just fine. But the lights, she was just chalking up to the stereo system causing the lights to dim, and the no start she just wasn't sure about. But when everything just went haywire and it wouldn't start again, this is probably going to be the fix for all of that. She drove it, said there's no hesitation, feels really good, and you can see when you turn the vehicle off, it actually turns off this time. So hopefully this is what you needed to get your no start started. Now hopefully this video helped you get your Nissan or your Infiniti going, especially the Infinitis. If it did, make sure you comment below, list the year, the make, the model of your vehicle, and just let other people know that this does help. If it did or if it didn't, let me know. Like, subscribe, share, comment below, tell everybody about me, donate if you can. Maybe one of these videos right here will help you out on another DIY fix. Thanks for checking out Scotty's Hobbies. I'll see you on the next hopefully helpful video.